Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Marmite.
Marmite who?
Marmite have a baby.
Little mite with big red face, blonde head, and bawling mouth. What do you think of London? I'm not so sure I wanted a brother, but Dad's delighted. Though I'm sad to say you'll be a 5-minute wonder, like his 3 daughters were.
I saw my sister on a horse, showing off and waving, and she wouldn't take me because she wanted to canter. But she gave me a small red truck instead. I won't wave back or she'll think I like her. Anyway, she's gone around the corner now.
I told my brother Bear he was adopted. Where do you think your blonde hair comes from?
You adopt yourself, you Rottenmeier. Where do you think your big nose comes from?
It punched me as hard as it could. And he wouldn't let me hug or kiss him all day. Wish I hadn't said anything now.
The Mother Superior is going to kill me at 4 p.m. when I have to report to her office. Privately. Because my sister Jer was supposed to have helped me with my homework. The silly cow spelled everything wrong and put Belfast as the capital of Ireland. And the Mother Superior will be waiting at 4 p.m. Thanks very much for nothing.
When Edmund Hillary climbed Everest, Bear told me a joke about it.
This penguin saw Edmund looking lost and said, "If you're looking for the top peak, I'm sitting on it."
He pretended he made it up himself, when in fact, it appeared in the Daily Express.
Jer wrote this poem, which I happened to see when I happened to look in her drawer. I love Deputy. Deputy is big and strong. His mane and tail flow white. He has a golden, handsome eye. His coat shines in the night. Only Miss Bruce can ride him. I'll never have a hope. Unless they tie me on with big, strong lengths of rope. Yeah.
I get 51 pence a week. My oldest sister gets £1. My younger sister gets 50, so I should get 75 by right. But Daddy has never liked me. My brother Bear gets nothing at all, but why should I give him anything if my sisters don't?
You wonder where your teeth have gone when you brush them hard with Adam Ball.
Bear appointed himself
Chief Medical Officer for the family.
He put 2 bandages and a jar of Zambuk in a tin box and waited hopefully for a casualty. Mum cut her finger and absent-mindedly went next door for a plaster. Bear was furious when he saw it, absolutely pale with frustration, in fact. He's put his first aid kit straight into the dustbin and gave up medicine forever.
My sister Jer had a jumble sale on Saturday. Her and her friends collected old clothes and toys and stuff and made out it was in aid of cancer research. But they kept half for themselves. I was in charge of the door of the hall and got 20 pence for helping. And 10 pence extra for keeping my mouth shut about you know what.
One winter's day at 5:10, we decided we'd learn to play Scrabble. Bear flew down to the high street, pound note in hand. But when he got to the toy shop, the lady said,
"Sorry, Sonny, we've just cashed out. Save your money till Monday."
He came home all humpy and purple with cold.
Bag.
What will stay?
Jer thinks she's Margot Fontaine or somebody. Her hair in a bun, her nose in the air, practicing in the dining room to the same old record. I get a good view through the hatch in the wall. And just when she thinks she's terrific, I sing it. Cold meatballs are highly indigestible unless you eat them covered in cheese. Cold meatballs are highly indigestible unless you eat them covered in cheese. Jer was in a ballet at Fulham Town Hall. 80 pence to get in. Jer took the part of a man in a coach and got quite a few laughs at the end. After the show, I saw her up close. Brown stuff on her arms, big red lips. Mum said it was great to be let in backstage, but all I could smell was feet.
I'll never forget the day Daddy-O thumped me. So hard I fell off my chair. And when I reached the floor under the table, I just stayed there, pretending I'd fainted. Unfortunately, under instructions from Daddy-O, I was completely ignored and would have starved to death, except that
Bear passed down a Marmite sandwich.
good old Bear.
The doorbell rings.
Who is it, Bear?
The man from the dry cleaners. The doorbell rings.
Who is it, Bear?
The tallyman from the co-op. The doorbell
Who is
rings.
it, Bear?
It's nuns collecting money. The doorbell
Who is
rings.
it, Bear? Who is it, you brat?
It's George.
My George! It's a lovely surprise.
I said and screwed up my eyes. Chinese, Japanese, Dutchinese, look at these. My sister Jay, I think she's a big shot now, because she's got a fella called Ron. You should have seen them necking last night outside in his old truck.
Last night, I had a real fight with my brother Bear. Caught him snooping out the window with me and Ron in the car.
She would have taken me to the flicks if it hadn't been for him.
And he has the nerve to say Ron is stingy because he never slips him anything.
All that kissing and stuff makes me feel sick.
Imagine a 9-year-old brat snooping at a person.
Really sick.
That kid needs a good kick in the pants at times.
Sick.
Still. Hope he didn't get the wrong impression.
Well, hello, little man. Is your big sister in? Well, she is if you're Leslie, but not if you're Tim. Well, little man, and what else did she say? No, she definitely isn't in. Jer got a love letter from Henry, which unfortunately she left on the side of the bar. Huh. It says, I've never felt lips as soft as yours, my darling, and it won't be long now before we're together in Cape Town.
When Daddy-O orders tea, he wants it fast. You can tell by the tone of his knock on the floor. Mum makes haste to the kitchen and Bear obliges by blowing the kettle's whistle till his cheeks are ready to burst. Can't make up my mind about Henry. Barry quite likes him. And he was right about Ron. Stingy bugger. On the other hand, Henry loves me and will take me away from all this. But who will stand up for Barry when I'm gone?
Jer kissed me when I passed my 11 plus. In front of all my mates. I could have killed her. Even Mum waited till we were home. Still, Jer bought me a new rod. And she's giving me a lift to the river on her Vespa at 5 a.m. in the morning.
This is the warmest bed I've ever been in, thanks to the electric blanket I treated myself to.
And she's giving me a lift to the river on her Vespa at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Bear came into my room at 4:45 a.m. demanding a lift to the river, if you please. But it wasn't even light outside yet. He must be out of his mind waking me at that hour. Anyway, I bought him the rod, didn't I? Daddy was up to his old tricks again. Hit Mum this morning for no reason at all. Bear jumped up and defended her like a real man. I got a red ear for his trouble. He cried in my room.
Why aren't we a happy family?
I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say. So I gave him a fruit and nut.
Sorry, sold out, no tickets left. The whole of Earl's Court is full up. Jer goes up to a soldier on guard at the gate and whispers to him. Next thing I know, we're in. Free seats near the royal enclosure. When I asked her how she did it on the way home, she said,
Just told him it was your birthday.
My sister Jer is keen on drinking, and who's liver salts, but not like a normal person would. She says,
To get the full benefit, you have to drink the mixture while it's still effervescing.
so she drinks the whole glassful in one mighty swallow, the bubbles bursting into her nose, over things she staggers and gulps and wheezes and chokes. Says it gives her the skin of a rose.
Well, I've made up my mind, and Henry's the one. But we get buried in Cape Town. Mum's got the blues that it's so far away. Daddy-o doesn't really seem to mind.
If you don't get out, I'll throw you out.
My sister's left ages ago. Well, Bear, you're on your own now, kid.
You wonder where your teeth have gone when you brush them hard with Aron.
Got a very nice letter from Bear today, covered in oily fingerprints. He bought a motorbike from some actor nobody's ever heard of and says,
You haven't lived till you've driven through Heathrow Tunnel at 80 miles per hour.
Mum's hair must be grey with worry, but secretly, I agree that you haven't lived till you've driven through Heathrow Tunnel at 80 miles per hour. He's crazy, that brother of mine.
My sister Jer is really screwy. When I think of the money she wasted bringing me all the way from Cape Town to deliver a lecture.
Motorbikes are too dangerous. Hang on and I'll buy you a Mini.
You'd have sworn she was speaking from down the road. Nag, nag, nag. Jer, I said, I've got my license. What time is it over there? She's nuts, that sister of mine. Jer's coming home on holiday. Hubby in tow. And Mom's counting on her to talk me into selling my bike. If I know Jer, she won't be able to keep her hands off it. I'm going to take her for a ride that'll make her hair stand on end. I wonder if old Henry will have the nerve to go pillion.
After 4 years, coming home feels funny. Everything seems so small and grey. Even Mum looks small and grey. New curtains. The Bear is the biggest surprise of all. 6 feet tall and very mod. night before we returned to Cape Town, we treated my family to Fiddler on the Roof. Bear and I laughed at all the wrong words. Afterwards, at dinner, Bear treated us to Mateus Rosé, which the waiter spilled. Bear blushed for the waiter, and I blushed for Bear, and felt sad all evening.
Jer and I said goodbye in the middle of the hill.
And we walked on down.
And then I walked back up. Each time I waved, they were smaller and smaller, till they came to a part where the street light was out and vanished completely. Luggage and all. I gave just one more wave though in case Jer was looking.
We came home one Sunday and saw a small slip of paper under the door near a nice, clean milk bottle. It said, "Phone the police station, madam." So we did. And they said,
"Sorry, but Barry is dead."
"Oh, it must be a mistake."
"Sorry, but Barry is dead."
"Of course it's a mistake!" My heart has been thumping since we left Cape Town. Didn't sleep a wink on the plane. I know I will burst when I reach home, but no. Everyone is smiling bravely and nudging each other to keep smiling bravely. For Jer's sake. Aunt Della, my favorite, is in charge of tea making. She says don't get a shock, but they shaved off his hair in casualty. And he doesn't look himself. She needn't have bothered. Because I don't want to see Bear dead, with or without the blonde hair. I go into his room, which seems sunny, because of his yellow curtains. I hide in his wardrobe and cry, hidden from all the smilers and nudgers. Daddy sticks to his room and plays heartbreaking opera music. I think he's genuinely sad about his only lad. I went for a walk on Putney Heath, and when I reached the middle, I sat on a tree trunk and said, "Barry?" Barry? And held my breath expectantly, frightened to blink. The only thing that appeared was a policeman on a horse, and the funny look he gave me. Had to pretend I was practicing a song and gave a casual wave. You should have seen the turnout. And the flowers. And that plump, jolly undertaker putting on a sad expression. Bear would have laughed. And Auntie Ivy, all dressed up like the Queen Mother, sitting herself in the priest car by mistake and having to be ejected. All our friends and neighbors are crying. But I can't seem to cry at all. That's that, little Bear. Please don't be lonely. Please don't be frightened. I'm sorry about the time I promised to take you fishing and changed my mind. When we go to bed, in Cape Town, our bedroom is completely dark except for a small disc of light in the ceiling, caused by a bent slat in the Venetian blind. On windy nights, it dances. On calm nights, it is steady. But it never goes away. I call it Bear's Light.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seed